Ellen McCauley, I'm at Pray It Up in Syracuse, New York. Once again, it is a beautiful day in Syracuse. We have ice, we have snow, we have cold temperatures, but we are warm in God's love here at Pray It Up. This session, session 35's theme is peace and positivity. And I wanted to open tonight's meeting by talking about making peace with your body. There are so many people I see every week that I know are not at peace with their body. As a matter of fact, this might be TMI, but I was at pool aerobics, I call it aerobics, pool therapy this morning. And it's really, I've been doing everything everybody said. My hip is 1,000,000% better. If a doctor tells you to rest an injury, pay attention to them, okay, people? We don't want to re-hurt ourselves. But I was in my pool therapy, and the whole changing room, and it's a private changing room, it's just wall-to-wall mirrors. So either you wear, a blindfold, or you're changing out of your bathing suit into your street clothes and you see yourself. So I changed out of my bathing suit, and I said, you know what, Ellen? Come on. You're 71 years old. You're not so bad. I don't want to hate myself anymore. I don't want to look at every roll, every stretch mark, everything. I've lived a good life. God has been good to me. We live in this body. It's our only home. We were born in this body. We're going to die in this body. Hating ourselves is not a place to be. And they did a survey where women especially are willing to give up years of their life just to be thin. Not me. I feel being healthy is the most important thing. Right now, I'm pretty darn healthy, except for a little hip pain, a little back pain. So what? If you can get to be 71, have a little pain, the operative word there's little. And the thing is, too, I'd like to lose more weight because I think it will take pressure off my hip, off my back. I want to lose more weight for my health. Not so that Bob will love me more. Bob's not over there home going, well, Ellen, if you weigh 20 pounds less, I might love you a little bit more. He's not saying that. And I don't say to him, if you lose 10 pounds, I'll love you. There are people out there. I had a guy said, I will give you an engagement ring if you lose 50 pounds. I think that was a red flag. Anyone else think that was a red flag? Okay. All right. Also, we have to love ourselves right where we are. The other day, this woman came up to me. I hope I didn't tell this story again, because I might have. But if I told it, just pretend you didn't hear it. So she says to me, do you mind if I ask how old you are? Because I'm 62. And look at all the wrinkles I have. How old are you? And I said, well, first of all, I think you look beautiful. And she didn't have a lot of wrinkles. But she looked beautiful. She was a beautiful lady. And I said, well, I'm 71. She goes, that's impossible. You look so young. And I said, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. And so then she went, that's impossible. I said, I heard you the first time. I just wanted you to repeat it. So the thing is, as much as we might hate ourselves, there's people out there who think you look good. There's people who think you look better than you think yourself, okay? So let's start by not having that body hatred, that body dysmorphia where we think we're so bad. And a lot of those people who are thinking about being thin all the time think there's good foods and bad foods. I have never said, I'm going to be very clear on this, ice cream is not bad. But if you're trying to lose weight and you have it every day, it's not healthy for you. Ice cream's got calcium, ice cream's got dairy. What is bad, and I will say it's bad, diet soda's bad. It is just plain bad. I will say it. There is, in my mind, a lot of processed food. If every once in a while you're hungry for a Whopper with cheese, it ain't going to kill you. But if you're eating them every day, it's not good for you, okay? So you have to look at life as what is good for me. And there's so much shame and negative self-talk. And there's so much like, why didn't I lost 50 pounds and then I gained 30 back, and why didn't I do that? I hate myself. What a loser. Well, all that negative self-talk is not going to help you lose 30 pounds. It's not. Only positive self-talk. Only, I put on Facebook today that it was my the blog's 16th anniversary. And then I said I struggled with my weight since I was 10 years old, 5th grade. And I was called every name in the book. Ellen, Bellin, the watermelon. They called me McCauley Mountain. They called me, I didn't even know where that was. I'm from Elmira Heights, McCauley Mountain. And then there was a real one. Anything you could think of, I was called. Nowadays, they call that bullying. Back then, you just said you got teased. And I would go home, and I tell my mother, and my mother's like, you're wonderful. You're so smart. You're so brilliant. You're so this. You're so funny. You're so great. You're so great, 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 great. So when you have someone in your life telling you how great you are, you say, okay, I can take the name calling. So my weight, fortunately, never defined who I was as a person. And I know there's people in the room that maybe didn't have that kind of mother. I mean, I have a good friend who ended up being anorexic because her own mother was like, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. And she wasn't. She wasn't fat. And so we need to go back and make peace with growing up and make peace with our crosses and say to ourselves, this is my home, this is my body. And God isn't going to give you there's Ellen McCauley in heaven, still going to be Ellen McCauley, but it's going to be, what do they call that? Transformed, transfigured. I don't know how, but I hope my hair is a little bit thicker, okay? And I hope that, I don't think we're going to be chunky in heaven. I don't. Also, we can pass our biases on to our children. I think you can make your children over fixated on their weight. The best thing to do if you have like a chunky child is get them moving. I have a friend whose son was going towards the hefty part and he wasn't interested in sports, so they got him playing a musical instrument and he ended up being in marching band and he slimmed right down because marching band is a sport. It's a sport, man. You work your butt off. So you need to give positivism to your children. Also, when you have that negative self-talk about your body, you feel depressed. Like there's so many people, I'm like, how are you? And they'll say to me, I'll let you know after I weigh in. Our mood should not be dependent on the scale. I mean, there's nothing wrong with feeling a little zip if you worked hard and you've lost a couple pounds. But if you've gained and you feel you've done everything right, that's life. It's going to happen. And one of the things we need to look at is what are we doing for our health? It's more about not being thin as much as our health. Are we eating the fruits and vegetables? Are we eating the healthy food? Also, what is your priority in life? Is it to be happy, productive, and healthy, or is it to be thin at all costs? I really don't think there's anyone in the room that I've really seen that is fixated on being thin at all costs. I really don't. Usually they don't come to a weight loss group like this. Usually there's some other behaviors that are not good. And I know a couple people in my life that they are, I would consider gorgeous at a perfect weight, and I've never seen them eat. They've come to my house, spent a couple days, and they're like, I'm not hungry right now. I'm not hungry right now. They don't eat. When we're ready to eat, shows up, I don't feel like eating right now. And I asked someone, does this person eat? And they're like, oh yeah. I go, what? Maybe a little chicken, maybe something. But some people are so fixated on their appearance that they've given up food. And I don't think that's healthy either. I really don't. Your body needs fuel. Also, you come into the world with your body and you go out with it. Your body is your longest lasting friend and it performs miracles for you on a daily basis. We need to remember that. We need to be friends. We need to put cream on our legs and make noises. Oh, this feels so good. This cream is so great. We just need to pamper ourselves a little bit and come to terms that even though we have weight to lose, it does not define who we are. When I'm on the phone with you and you're talking, I'm Ellen McCauley. I'm talking to you. I'm like giving you, like a friend of mine, his mother died, and I was on the phone with him yesterday. We talked for an hour. I was just, my soul was touching his soul. We were talking about our mothers. It was beautiful. My body wasn't involved at all because I am not really my body. I'm my soul, my emotions, my heart. My body is my vehicle. One of my favorite songs when I was at Lemoyne was Earthen Vessels by the monks of St. Priory. I'll have to play that. I'll make a note of it. God bless you. I'll have to play Earthen Vessels because that's all we are. That's all our body is an earthen vessel. So let's try to be a little kinder to yourself. If you go and you see a full-length mirror and you're butt naked, say, I love you just the way you are. Okay? I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.